All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, great millstone who were well. Salutation and much love to Yakim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. This is the brother Osh from Great Millstone, Tampa. Come back with another quick lesson, Lord's will is edifying. And just going to go into this article I came across. And read this real quick. Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. And Yahweh Shai knew their thoughts, and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? All right, this is what you see in America right now. All right, as I said, a kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. Well, America is crumbling before your very eyes. All right. You got all these different topics and situations that people are at each other for, or coming up against each other for, because they're separated. The division is thick here in America. All right, and every city, well, it's not this America known as that great city. All right, the great city Babylon. Okay, and it's divided, and it's clear and evident that this is all set up through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, but the Most High is using Esau, Edom to bring forth this division. Okay, from the politics all the way down to your everyday Joe Schmo. All right, here's an article. This is on the Wall Street Journal. It says inflation, political division put U.S. in a pessimistic mood. Poll finds. All right, pessimistic is just a gloomy outlook. Matter of fact, let's just define it real quick. Pessimistic, it says, tending to see the worst aspect of things or believe that the worst will happen. So these people in America are expecting the worst to happen. They're in a pessimistic mood. Okay, they're looking at the negative side, and even though a lot of really are people, all right, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans just want to continue on like nothing's going on in the world. All right, even though there's food shortages, all right, inflation. Okay, war, earthquakes, uproars of the people, all these things are taking place around the world, which the Lord said would be taking place before his return. All right, so that we would know that his return was nigh at hand. All right, those are the signs that are taking place currently. And our people just want to indulge in bullshit. Meanwhile, the nation is divided. All right, and it's headed to civil war. Okay. So I'm not gonna go into, because it doesn't even, you gotta subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. You know how Esau does, he's an asshole, but this is June 6, 2022. It says Americans are deeply pessimistic about the US economy and view the nation as sharply divided over its most important values, according to a Wall Street Journal poll. So what did the Lord say? A nation divided, or a kingdom divided, which America is a kingdom, all right? America's a city, that great city. Let me get that great city. It's in Revelation. Revelation 14 and 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, Babylon is America, Babylon is fallen, that great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. That's America, the one that has pushed their philosophies out upon the whole world. All right, the democracy, mainly here, spearheaded by America. Okay, and all these nations have been become drunk off of these, wicked ass philosophies, and even their way of living. There's McDonald's all over the world. The alphabet community is going everywhere around the world now. It's madness. Is Revelation 17:18. The woman which thou sawest is that great city which reigneth over the kings of the earth. Like, what's the great city that reigneth over all the nations of the earth? It's America. Okay? And so it says, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So America don't have much longer. All right? Everything is divided here in America. It's that people are dissatisfied with the government, your president. All right, they're dissatisfied with these legislations and laws that are being pushed, especially Esau Edom. He's ready to fight to keep them weapons. All right, you see this gun control movement, okay, and all these operations that got going on to lead or push this agenda. Well, Esau's finna put his foot down, and it's gonna be all out chaos. Um, let's go to Isaiah 19. It says, Isaiah 19 and 2, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and the modern day Egyptians are Americans, or really Esau, Edom, okay? Because what was ancient Egypt known for? It was known for the bondage that they put the Israelites in, all right, the captivity that they held our people in, okay, and also the deliverance of Israel. That's what Egypt was known for, but this time only the elect of Israel will escape Egypt and its plagues. Okay, because now before in ancient Egypt, the plagues, only came upon the Egyptians, but now it's going to come upon the 2/3 of our people, because for their wickedness. Okay, but mainly for these Egyptians. So it says that the Egyptians shall, Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. So not only is America going to be fighting a civil unrest, civil war, all right, racial tensions are going to rise. These gun-toting Edomites are ready to blow niggas' heads off. Okay, because here it is that they've gone about it the right way. These Edomites, they got the guns legally, background checks and all that. And here it is, these niggas get them illegally and start blowing people's heads off in drive-bys and whatnot. And he's getting mad at it because they're coming for their guns because they're the ones that are registering them. So Esau, all right, the opposition knows where to go to get them. When they start making these moves. But what these patriotic Edomites aren't gonna just lay down. All right, they're gonna blame the niggas and they're gonna take up arms. All right, you got Texas talking about seceding. All right, Florida ain't too far behind. But what the point is that there's going to be civil unrest. You're fighting against your neighbor. That's why there's a division. So there's a thick division in America. All right, and as soon as these food shortages really hit and people really take notice of it, because now people still have luxuries and conveniences as fast food restaurants. They can just pull up and get food delivered to them. Got good old AC and Pop Tart, microwavable burritos and hot pockets. When all this comes to a screeching halt, it's gonna be life and death on these streets out here. Okay, let's get this in Matthew 24 and verse 12. It says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So the love of many, all right, ain't no love in the heart of the city, as they say, as the song goes. Well, when that iniquity is abounding, no one's gonna care about what your feelings are and what do you need. Everyone's gonna be trying to feed themselves, okay? Because there's gonna be drastic times out here, and then people are gonna take drastic measures. All right, pursuing the second Ezra 15. Let's get into that. It says, second Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and the destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. So people are going to take up arms, and they're going to get what they need, all right? Or try to anyway, because they don't have no choice but to go get it, because it's not going to be readily accessible as it is now, okay? You're going to have to fight for your life. Unless you have Yahweh Shem Yahushai protecting you and guiding you, you're going to be through out there, man. You don't know what the next man has and what he's willing to do to get it, to get the food and get the provisions. Okay, this is the time we're entering into. We're in the time of Jacob's trouble, and you're gonna really know you're in that time when people are starving to death, and people are butchering each other for pieces of bread. Okay, we're just in the beginning of sorrows. You ain't seen nothing yet. It's gonna get real bad out here. And then in America, while America's infighting, they're gonna have to fight World War III. And worry about nations invading. So on all sides, America's just through crumbling. All right. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men, and this is what you see around the world, uproars, revolts, okay, against the government. People are sick of it, here, especially here in America, and you're going to see it intensify here in these coming weeks. It says, invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. People are going to take matters into their own hands. They're not going to care what the president, the governor, the mayor, all right, Lieutenant Dan up the street. It don't matter what the authorities got to say anymore, because people are going to get desperate, and the people outnumber the ones in authority, such as your police departments, okay, your mayors, your governors. There's gonna look, them people are gonna be hung in the streets. All right, your low level mayors, you know, they're gonna be. People are gonna go to their houses and hang them high, just like you've seen in the movie, the Batman. I think it was the Dark Knight with Bane. Bane, the so-called bad guy was Bane. All right, they were going after the officials, the politicians. All right, the attorney, district attorneys. Okay, the people know who you are, and they know the wickedness and corruption that has been taking place in America. As the poor get poorer, the rich get richer, and the people know this, and they're gonna do something about it very soon. Verse 17: a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Right, we already seen the trial runs of this and low measures of lockdowns. Well, just wait till they implement martial law, all right, and start these chipping stations. And when all hell is breaking through the streets, and militaries are patrolling the streets, might be American, might be Russian, might be Chinese. You know, things are going to get real bad out here, man. It's going to be the end days, as they say, a time like no other. Verse 18, because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled. Yeah, if you're in these major cities, you're through. You know, you're in these high-rise complex buildings with, you know, you're on the 42th floor, 42nd floor with a nice little apartment. Well, you most likely you're gonna die. Okay, you might not even make it out the building. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. So these things are gonna get real bad when society crumbles and lawlessness erupts. And you already see this is happening. The police department is being defunded. They're decriminalizing a lot of crimes. They're telling you straight up that we're not making it out to certain calls because the gas. You know, so it's happening. Lawlessness is coming, and there won't be no one to stop these sadistic people out here from taking what they want. It's verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So that great tribulation is coming. And people aren't going to be having pity during that time because there's no lack of bread, man. There's no food. There's food shortages. And people need to eat. You Americans are accustomed to eat 3 to 5 meals a day, if not more. Shit. Well, what happens when you're reduced to 1 meal a day if you're lucky, or nothing? Not even water. What you gonna do then? What, the people are gonna lose their shit? They're already losing it. You already see people bugging the hell out, and society's still somewhat intact. You know, you still go to work. You still gotta pay bills. You can still call 911. You can still get your Pizza Hut delivery. You can still eat Taco Bell, get a little Gatorade. It's all, you know, watch some sports on ESPN. But when society changes in a big way, people are going to fucking lose their minds. You'll see. All right, so with that, Lord's willing, this is edifying. You know, hey, America is through, man, and people are in a pessimistic mood. All right. You know, Lord's will, that's going to be the title of the video. America in a pessimistic mood. Americans in division in America makes something like that, you know, because this place is finished. And if you can't see it, the Lord has blinded you. If you want to continue and prosper in this place, you know what? Go right ahead, because you don't have much time, and you're gonna be destroyed with America. So with that, I'm Walk Level Ball. Shalom.